Hey everyone, what's going on? Joey Contino here, and it's time for yet again another pre-show live stream before The Masked Singer airs tonight. Are you guys excited? Tonight they completely shook things up on us. We have different contestants lining up with each other. It's going to be a fantastic show. Now, live stream is just starting right now. I'm going to wait till the group builds up just a little bit before we go through all the clues and pitch correct audio. Now, while we're waiting, feel free in the comment section or in the chat, which should be either your left or right. I don't know. It's my right. It could be your left. Tell me where you're joining us from, because last time we had, 2 countries outside the United States. Before then, we had 3. So I'd like to hear where everyone's coming from. Anna's joining us from Hawaii. Wow. Boy, do I wish that we were in Hawaii right now. I think it'd be fantastic. Kristen thinks that the Leopard is going home tonight. We have Brian from Canada joining us. Hi, how are you? Kristen from Minnesota. Barbara from Florida. Lauren from West Chicago, Illinois. Juicy So Bad from Washington, D.C. Kathleen from Florida. And as you guys know, I'm here live in beautiful New York City, where today it was not too cold. When I mean not too cold, it was like 45. Lauren, I don't know what it's like in Chicago. I know you guys get pretty cold and windy over there. It is the Windy City. Wow, Gabriel is joining us from Australia. Wow, my God, what time is it over there? It's 6 p.m. here. I don't know what the time difference is. April's in California. Porgy's from Miami. Welcome to Miami. Well, that's not Miami here. So we have a lot. We have 3 different countries, well, including the United States. We have a lot of different states, from the furthest in the states being Hawaii, which is fantastic. So we're going to have a great show. Currently, there are 33 people in the chat. We have, show times at 8 p.m. So we have 2 hours to show time. So right now, for the next 45 minutes to an hour, you and I are going to go through all the clues and pitch correct audio to determine who is under the mask on The Masked Singer. Now, for those who don't know, a quick little introduction. Maybe you're new to the channel. Hi, how are you? Which is funny. My wife makes fun of me when she sees me. She goes, any single time you introduce yourself as Joey, I can just hear you doing the whole, hi, I'm Joey. Yeah, I have another YouTube channel, which that's how I pretty much start off every single video, and that's what people kind of look at me and they go, and they see a picture of me and they go, all I can hear is just you saying, hey, I'm Joey. Anyway, my name is Joey. I'm an executive audio producer here in beautiful New York City, where it's my job every single night, which I work from 9 p.m. until 5 o'clock in the morning. It's my job to find audio for shows. And when those shows need any specific audio, whether it's TV, maybe it's radio, maybe it is something breaking that happened last night, maybe it's a new song that dropped, it could be anything. And when we get that audio, sometimes it's not the best quality. Like, for example, I pulled audio from a concert last night, and the audio sound bad because, that bass pretty much murders your phone microphone. So it's my job pretty much to cut out all of that background noise, maybe take out a high frequency, maybe normalize it, which means you pull up the audio so that's pretty much the same level. When they started doing the show a year ago, we realized in the first episode that when the celebrities give their clue videos, it's not the real celebrity voice. It is somebody, well, it's not somebody, it's the celebrity actually talking, but Fox is smart. They speed up the audio and they pitch it up so you have no idea who it is. So by pitching it up, it's like, this is my voice here. It'd be like if they went ahead and pitch it up a fifth. So my voice, do, re, mi, fa, sol, and then bring up another octave to where it's really high pitched. So I figured from day one, I can slow that down and pitch correct it. Then we can determine who's under the mask. Well, that plus the clues, we could determine who's under the mask. So from day one, we have been doing this. Last year, we got every single celebrity right. This year so far, we only had one wrong, which was Dr. Drew, because let's be honest. Dr. Drew? Come on. Dr. Drew. Do you know it was Dr. Drew? I don't think anyone knew it was Dr. Drew. Maybe 1 or 2 people, but we had no idea. But anyway, we currently have about 73 people today right now on the live chat. Before we jump into this, make sure if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, give this video a thumbs up, and let's dive into this. Now, if you guys have any questions, because the chat is going, I'll try to answer everything as much as I can. Of course, they have that, I think that power super thing where you can pay and you can get your thing asked. Or so many are running through so quickly, it's hard to see everyone. You can also shoot me a message on Instagram at Joey Contino, and I will be glad to go ahead and answer your questions on Instagram. You know, I do try my best to get in contact with you guys because we have a lot of fun doing this. And just like probably you guys, this all started out because you wanted to prove someone wrong. Me with my boss, and every single week we still do it, and it's so much fun. But anyway, let me open up my files, and we're going to dive right into this. First, let me get my clues open, and then we'll get the audio together. Now, week 7 last week, we had the flower, the fox, the Rottweiler in the tree, plus the ladybug was revealed to be Kelly Osbourne. That's right, which we did have right on the show. So let's go ahead and start off. Who we don't want to start off with first? We start off with the butterfly. Now, some of these characters we already revealed on this channel who we think we are. We go in full detail, like 10-minute long videos about why each character is like that, and the butterfly is that kind of person. The clues that we had from the sneak peek was she talked about the butterfly effect, which was an emphasis on that, so we thought maybe she was an actor or actress. She says that she just prays that she doesn't fall over, which was a big clue for us. Then the first set of clues was from episode 1. She said, for the past year, I've been waiting patiently in my cocoon for the promise of metamorphosis. She said, after achieving success in many stages of her life, I found myself terrified by one place I used to call home. Then we saw a picture of Big Ben and the London skyline in her eye. She said that in her cocoon, oh no, but she didn't say this. In her cocoon, we also saw a picture of a double-decker bus. She also posed for a lot of photos, so maybe we thought she was a model. And she uses phrases like admit that she's powerless, which hints that she could have been in rehab or maybe went through some kind of depression. After performing, she said that she's got a lot of soul left in these wings. So somebody who sang some kind of soul music or maybe gospel music. The next clues we had was from episode 4. She says that after some time in isolation, she was terrified to step back on stage. But her coming out as a butterfly showed her that she can be whoever she wants to be. And there was more shots of London and Big Ben. She says at the height of her career, she had everyone saying her name, which, say my name. Sorry, there's a really, really bad singing of that. It's just being goofy. But she said when she tried to spread her wings, she lost flight, which led to breakups, breakdowns, and hibernation. Once again, hinting that this person went to rehab or had some kind of mental breakdown. She stood in front of a wall with the word alone repeatedly behind her. Depression. She stood in front of a mirror where words were cut out saying, hit the lights, you can do it, meow baby, love life, and please stop showing me memories of my ex. She says that being under the mask makes her feel like she's been given a second chance. Then there was another handwritten note that says, this is for everyone who is still a caterpillar, so people are hiding in their cocoon. She says that under this mask, she could be any age, color, voice, or genre. And she says that no one could put me in a net or clip my wings ever again. Yeah, there's a lot of clues in there. Then we saw her again in episode 6, aka week 5. She said, for all my insecurities about performing resurfaced after the electric shock that she had the episode prior, which we had learned that when she was rehearsing, something either happened to her costume, maybe the microphone gave her an electric shock. She got a little scared there. She said she always wanted to be a singer since age 6. Then we saw a Car Salesman of the Year plaque. There was a Brit Award winner headline in the newspaper. And then she said, this is what I was meant to do. She said that this is what she was meant to do. And then her revealing kit was forensic kit. So her revealing item was a forensic kit. So yeah, whew, a lot of clues so far. Now, who do you guys guess who it is? It's Michelle. It seems like every single person is guessing Michelle Williams. Someone thought of Kesha, which was an interesting guess, which, I mean, not a diss to Kesha. She is a fantastic performer, but I don't really know if many of these clues would add up. I mean, if there was a rainbow colored flag in there, probably, because I think she is she bi? I don't remember what it was. I know she's a big supporter of the community. But all right, let's go through the audio that we had for the butterfly. And now, because the butterfly's last clues are from week 6, this audio, we'll get new audio soon, but this is what we had so far. I'll play for you the audio that Fox gave us, and then I'll go ahead and play our audio. So here is what they gave us.
Rehearsing for my last performance, there was an accident, and I saw electric shock that nearly knocked me out.
So once again, we're talking about electric shock. And then here is our pitch correct.
Rehearsing for my last performance, there was an accident, and I suffered an electric shock that nearly knocked me out. All my insecurities about performing resurfaced. But I couldn't let that setback stand in my way.
So you heard the pitch correct. Who do you think it is? I'm going to agree with you guys. I believe it's Michelle Williams. Once again, if you want to figure out why I do, you can go through our YouTube channel, look up Masked Singer Butterfly Revealed, and it goes through literally step by step by step. I mean, she was in Destiny's Child, so Say My Name really does work really well. She used to be on Broadway in London, which explains all the London clues. She did go to rehab back in 2018, and she did come out because at that point, she had lost her boyfriend and all her friends. She really went through a bad time, and she did start singing at age 7, and she did win a Brit Award. So a lot of clues do kind of add up for her. Do you guys agree? Do you disagree? Huh? I want to know what you guys think. I'm also scrolling through my clues to get to the next person who's the Flamingo. Let's see, Michelle Williams. John says Fergie. I don't think it's Fergie. Only reason why is Fergie was going through rehab this past summer. I know when the whole entire show was being filmed, she was a rehab. But it looks like everyone is agreeing with us. So thank you for agreeing, everyone. Next person we're jumping on is the Flamingo. A lot of clues for the Flamingo. From the sneak peek, the Flamingo says that she's rocked this competition till her feathers fall out, and she loves this mask as much as she loves mascara. So obviously a lot of beauty and cosmetics references. She says, "Get pumped, everyone," and she mimics lifting weights, which I really don't know if that really was a clue or not. Next time we saw her was episode 2. She says that she has a ZooTube channel, so the celebrity has a YouTube channel that people do know about that talk about cosmetics and things like that. She has several books in her bedroom, including one that says Little Women, another one says Spanish, and the one that she's reading in her hand says Woman's Health. So obviously we do know this is a girl, someone who speaks Spanish or has a Hispanic or Latino background. She says, "I know what it's like to feel trapped in your career, so relax. I'm here to take back the control of my destiny." She held up a light bulb. She says she chose a flamingo because it represents new beginnings. And she says it's about time this badass birdie got to show her feathers again. Then the next time we saw her was episode 4. We saw shots of old tires and a gas station. She says, "It reminds me when I first started out and went from hood rat to Hollywood triple threat." Then she held up a red apple in her hand. She says, "I come from humble beginnings with absolutely zero connections until one day I was discovered by a powerful wizard who plucked me off my stoop and led me into a dream." She says, "Being here, I feel like I can do anything, and tonight I'm going to shake up the competition." She said that then we saw a weathered street sign for Los Angeles, and then she posed for a photo shoot. Then we saw her again on episode 6. She says, "Years ago, I started hating the sound of her own voice." She says, "I danced, sung, and acted my way to the top." Then we see a film reel, so someone who obviously does TV or movie. She says, "This bird is anything but basic." And then her revealing item was a NAACP Image Award. Those are the clues. Who do you guys think it is? A lot of people are saying Adrian. Thank you. Shout out to Marble, who knows that I can't pronounce last names, so she phonetically wrote Bailone, Adrian Bailone. Because as you guys know, I suck when it comes to pronouncing last names. Wait till we get to Victor later, because you know I'm not going to say his last name right. But Patricia says that she thinks it is Demi Lovato, which I love Demi. I've met Demi. She's a sweet girl, very fantastic. She's actually almost my height, which I'm short, by the way, if you don't know that yet. But it's not Demi. Demi has a different kind of voice, and she was going through a lot this past summer. She spent a lot of time with her family. So, and thank you, Matthew, for Ola Depot for Victor later. Anyway, A Hunt also said Selena Gomez, also not Selena. She was going through a lot of things with her liver or kidney this past summer. Also met her too. I have a picture of her, but I can't put that online for some reason. Flamingo has a YouTube channel, so you have to think about someone who has a YouTube channel that uses a platform for beauty, cosmetics, and things like that. Someone asked about the Selena photo. Here's me and Selena, by the way. Yeah, I can't really show you that. Anyway, long story short, let's go through the pitch correct audio for the Flamingo. Here's the audio that we had gotten without any pitch correct. So Flamingo, here we go.
After my last performance, I realized that being the Flamingo is one of the greatest opportunities of my life.
So here we go with Flamingo's voice with pitch correct and slowed down.
After my last performance, I realized that being the Flamingo is one of the greatest opportunities of my life. Mira, the real truth is, my story's not all fantasy. See, years ago, I started hating the sound of my own voice, and being on stage became one of my biggest fears.
So Sabrina said something really interesting in the comment section. She goes, the Flamingo has a crazy New York accent. That's right. Do you know why? Because it's Adrienne Bailon. Bailon? I can't say names. I can't do it. It is. It's got to be her. First things first, she's from New York. She was born here in Brooklyn. She originally went to a high school, which was a medical school, and that's why you had the forensic kit there. She originally wanted to be an OBJ. I can't see with my dyslexia. I can't do letters and names, as you could tell. OGBYN, OBGM. Anyway, long story short, she wanted to be in that field. She originally was a gospel singer at a church. And this is an interesting story. By the way, if you want to listen to the full reason why I think it's her, we did a video revealing the Flamingo on this channel. You can look it up. But she performed at Madison Square Garden with her church, and it just so happens a wizard came by and picked her up. For those who don't know, Ricky Martin found her. He was looking for backup singers and dancers, and he just so happened to see her perform at Madison Square Garden and went, her, please, she's very talented. And she toured with him on the Living La Vida Loca tour. And once she was done, she left her school here in New York and moved to LA, where she joined LW2 at the time, which stands for Little Women, which became LW3. So that Little Women clue kind of for the book adds up, and she speaks Spanish. And the whole film thing, you know, she went to Disney and did the Cheetah Girls. So I feel like it all kind of adds up. Thank you, Kristen. OBGYN. That's how you pronounce it. Gosh, man. So I think you guys are in agreement that I think we're pretty much all here with the same person. Anyone guess anyone else? Let's see. Another guess we go from Riverdale, who dates Archie. Who dates Archie? I don't know. I haven't seen Riverdale in a while. So now before we get to the next one, if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up. We're trying to hit 10,000 subscribers by Thanksgiving. And as this video is going, I think we're maybe like shy of 400 away, which is something totally doable. We're at 9,612. So come on, guys. We could do this. 388 away. So we can do this. All right. And Lauren says Lily. Oh, I like Lily. Lily Renart or something like that. All right, so the next person on the list is the Fox. You guys like the Fox? The Fox has been a big one with you guys. See the comment section? You guys have been arguing about the Fox back and forth. Between the Fox and the Christmas tree, it's a Christmas tree. I can't just call it a tree because it's a Christmas tree. He's like one of the ones you guys really don't know. But from the sneak peek, we only had one clue. He says, this superhero is ready to devour the competition. So that really didn't help with anything. Sometimes the sneak peek clues were kind of like, ah. Then the first time we saw him was episode 3. Yeah, we had to wait to week number 2. His clue package sees him reading a comic book as a bedtime story to a child fox. He says, foxes are clever and nocturnal, and I definitely do my best work at night. Hey, maybe that's me because I work nights. No, he said he's played a lot of roles, and we see drawings of the fox dressed as Sherlock Holmes, a cowboy with an eye patch. He says he dabbled in many different genres, from Dougie to Doubtfire. He's laughed with them all. To someone who's friends with Neil Patrick Harris or was friends with Robin Williams. He says, over the years, I've lived two different lives. There's my on-air superhero persona, who loves to entertain, and then there's the real me, who I am at home. But he says, under this mask, there's two identities. His two identities can finally become one. Then we see him again in episode 5, where he sits down again to read a book to his little one. So this person obviously has children. He says, let's just say I didn't always fit in. I grew up in a rough patch of the woods, as he shows a drawing of his childhood home in Fox Park. He was bullied, and then the other fox cubs weren't nice and did a strange thing to his bark, He found that if he pretended to sound like the other foxes, his bark would be fixed, which obviously didn't work out for him. But he says Shazam in Fast and Furious, he's transformed into an undercover super fox. Then he showed a picture of himself holding up an Emmy. So he says, I never felt like the applause was for the real me. The next time we saw him was episode 7, aka week 6. We see a sign for the Foxhole Hotel, which I want to hear you guys say that 3 times fast. The Foxhole Hotel, the Foxhole Hotel, the Foxhole Hotel. It's kind of hard. Anyway, he says, I'm always dreaming about entertaining people on tour while playing a green guitar. He says, in my 30-year career, I've accomplished many things in pursuit of this dream. Then he held up a set list with the songs Everybody Say Yeah, Sugar Daddy, Cabaret, and You and Me. He said he's won multiple awards and became a household name, but he's mostly known for being a part of the pack of talented fellas, which means he didn't do it by himself. He says, tonight with this mask on, I'm going to prove I'm a superhero all by myself because this fox is 1 in a million. And his revealing clue was a boombox. As he explained, as a young pup, this gift from my father helped me find my voice and a few others. So, what is everyone's guess, huh? Let's back up for a second because as I'm reading that, you guys all commented. Okay, someone said Dean Cain. Someone think it's Johnny Depp. It's Debbie. Some people are thinking it's Jamie Foxx. Kristen has a good point. She says, if it was Jamie Foxx, they'd be saying that there's an Oscar winner on the show. Because at the beginning of the show, for those who don't know, they have a whole list of pretty much a combination of all the awards, won nominations or Emmy Awards, and they never said that there was an Oscar winner in the show. So it can't be Jamie Foxx. Everyone's saying, looks like most of you guys are saying, someone said Chadwick Boseman. I mean, most of you guys are saying Wayne Brady. Well, let's listen to the pitch correct audio, okay? So last time we saw the fox was last week's episode. Here it is without pitch correct.
The love I received these past few weeks has let a whole new side of myself shine. I'm always dreaming about entertaining people on tour.
So when it comes to the pitch correct audio, every single week Fox has been messing with me. I know they watch these videos, and I know they're trying to mess with me. I can't get the Fox's voice perfect. Even halfway through the clip, they process it again. So it's like the first 10 seconds, it's like one pitch correct, and then they took the second half of it and then did it again. So this is what we wound up getting.
The love I've received these past few weeks has let a whole new side of myself shine. I'm always dreaming about entertaining people on tour. In my 30-year career, I've accomplished many things in pursuit of this dream.
Yeah, so the pitch correct is not perfect, but I'm going to go with Wayne Brady, mostly because those song clues that he had mentioned were songs that he's actually sang, whether on Broadway or he released a song himself. When it talks about being with a group of fellas, he always tours with the Whose Line Is It Anyway kind of people. He also worked with Neil Patrick Harris and Robin Williams. He did tons of characters through his comedy, improv. Of course, because he's a comedian, he mostly works nights. Now, one thing I do want to play for you guys is this audio. I want you to listen to when Wayne Brady sings. And of course, we're going to pick one of those songs that he mentioned. Wayne. Come on, Wayne. Okay, so here's him singing You and Me. I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Watch the video, by the way. It's a little depressing. I'll sing. You hear this? Let me sing the chorus.
Even if there's no you and me.
Yeah, that's right. I see the comments blowing up right now. That sounds just like him, right? That sounds just like him. Brad thinks that it's Usher. I don't think it's Usher, only because the awards would have been totally big. Sabrina says if we see dinosaur somewhere, it'd be a good Who's Line reference. But Lauren's right. It does sound like Usher, but the clues don't match up to be Usher. Anyway, continuing next on the list. Once again, as I'm scrolling through my stuff, if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, give this video a thumbs up. Next on the list is the Leopard. From the sneak peek, we had heard that the Secret Service level of confidentiality and security around the Masked Singer. He says, or she says, he's been spotted with the president. They said that the costume design is supposed to hide the celebrity's natural silhouette. We know that the fox is extremely tall because Nick Cannon's tall, and he's taller than Nick. Then we got clues from episode 2. It turns out the Leopard is pretty much a male. The voice that they gave us, the British accent or the English accent, are totally fake. We see a newspaper saying crazy game ends and a win for the Leopard, dated April 20th, 2015. He says, I know what it's like to be at the top. I've been a heavy hitter. No one could catch me. There's another newspaper with the title Out of Hits, Out of Time. He says of the media, you know, I really don't care what they say about me. I'm sorry, let me say that over again. He says of the media, you know, I really don't care what they say about what I'm wearing or even my relationships. We see another newspaper with the headline, The Runaway. There's a red neon sign that says Jador on the wall. Hopefully I'm saying that right. He says, I'm stripping away the headlines and everything that has come to define me. I will show the world why I have always been and always will be the Leopard, or the Leopard, or whatever the heck he says it. Then there were clocks on the wall. Later he says, leopards can be fierce yet divine. From episode 4, he says, in all my years at the top, I was humbling to almost lose my mask in the SmackDown. He said, it made me more determined than ever to prove that I'm still a primetime champion. We see a baby being left on the doorstep with the address 1963, which we found out is the year that this person was born. He says, I wasn't born a winner. I wasn't even always wanted. After being passed from pack to pack, I found that I could use my talent as my escape, that he's lived his life in color ever since. He says, I always tell my Cubs that no matter what the world labels you, it's never too late to flip the script. As a Leopard, I want to be a hero in their eyes. And this would be my greatest title yet. Then we see more newspaper headlines, because obviously the Leopard likes newspapers. Finding a new home and finding your place. He also said he used to work in the food industry. Then we saw him again on episode 6. He says, I haven't felt this free since I was a young cub on the road. We see a bunch of other newspaper headlines. What does this guy deal with newspapers? Some including the word pose, and then one that says he performed at the White House. He says he says he's a fresh new addition to his old self. Then there's an open guitar case filled with loose chains, suggesting he could have been a street singer. And then his revealing item was a collection of vintage cameras, and he adds, my life has been so tiresome. I spent most of it in front of the lens, but I prefer to be behind the lens. Whew, gosh. A lot of clues there. By week like 10, there's going to be so many clues. You're going to look at me and be like, oh my God, Joey, stop. What is everyone's clues so far? Some are saying RuPaul. Some are saying Seal. Some are, Will says Matthew Weiler. Don't know who that is. Trust me. Someone says James Charles. Debbie says he got divorced and had to move. So I'm going with, let's listen to the pitch correct audio first. Did you like what I did there? So last time we saw him was week 6. Here's the audio they gave us without pitch correction.
Performing under this mask has been so liberating. Like I have nothing to lose.
Here is the pitch correct audio.
Performing under this mask has been so
Not
liberating.
perfect.
Like I have nothing to lose. I haven't felt this free since I was a young cub on the road.
It's not perfect because he's pitching his own voice up and talking like this. Because anytime you're going to pitch correct something with something like this, you're not going to get a normal voice. My cat is staring at me like, what the heck are you doing? Nala, it's okay. I'm fine. I'm not going crazy yet. Not going crazy. But I'm going to agree with everyone. It's Seal. For those who don't know, born in 1963, he performed at the White House in 2004. He was living in foster homes up until age 18, where he made it his own. He used to sing on the streets, which there's actually a video on Facebook or YouTube of him singing with street performers. And let's just talk about him singing. You can hear his voice when he's singing. It is Seal. Jessica says Seal already basically confessed it's him. Lights camera lights says it's Joey. No, I'm not. I'm not on The Masked Singer. Would that be fun? I think I'd have to be a lot bigger of a celebrity. I'm not a celebrity whatsoever, but it'd have to be known in order for people to do it. Hey, Aunt Peggy, how are you? Marbell says, Daddy's okay, Nala, don't worry. Tevin says, no, Joey's getting ready for next season. Lauren says you should be on it. You know what? For those who don't know, I actually did study jazz, which explains the background behind me, which we'll do questions later. But yeah, I did study jazz, so I can sing. There's also singing videos on my YouTube channel. But I think we're all set here with it being Seal. And Nala ran away, just so you know. She heard me talk like that and was like freaked out. I didn't see her eyes go that big before. She's one of these, oh my God, no, what the heck is this? But anyway, Lauren says, get him 1 million subscribers. If you guys can get me 1 million, actually, if you could just get me at 100,000, that would be fantastic. But now that we know that The Masked Singer is going to go on for season 3, we can build this channel up. I mean, this channel started off with me just doing day trip videos and vlogs and things like that, which is funny because if you remember, we started this season of The Masked Singer in Italy, then we recorded the second one in Ukraine, and then the one after that was filmed like in Chicago. So I've got all these day trip videos from Ukraine to Italy, which we're going to air in December through February. Oh, thank you so much, Aunt Peggy. I'm doing great. I hope you're doing great also. Anyway, so we have all these Masked Singer videos pretty much taking over all of the travel videos, which we will upload. So if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, give this video a thumbs up. And as always, you can reach me on Instagram. So anyway, thank you again, Aunt Peggy. Aunt Peggy just donated $5. Thank you. I really do appreciate your support. Anyway, I bet people are joining the video right now going, what the heck is going on? So we're going to dive right back into this. Already revealed the panda, the flower. Okay, time for the flower, and you guys know where I stand with the flower. But let's go through the clues. From the sneak peek, the flower says, I blossom in every field I plant myself in. By the way, I feel like I have these clues memorized. I talk to so many people about that. This could be a reference to her being a whole bunch of different things, from singing, acting, modeling. She appeared in front of a backdrop of pink and blue flowers, where the blue flowers spelled out the numbers 314. From episode 3, she says, some say I blossom in every field I plant myself in. So becoming the flower was a natural arrangement. She says she's dipped her petals into everything from cooking to clothing to craft. So obviously someone bakes over here or cooks. There's a Philly cheesesteak on her kitchen table. She's stirring what appears to be batter in a mixing bowl. So once again, somebody that likes to bake. She has a framed doctorate diploma on her wall from Temple University, which, yes, you know I went to Temple. She also has a framed rainbow flag on the wall next to her. She says, my whole life I've done everything to the nines. I don't even go to the grocery store without lipstick or pumps on, which, thanks to you guys, I know that means high heels. My wife doesn't wear pumps because I'm short. She says, after sowing the seeds of this empire with my bare hands, I'm ready to have fun and be free. Then she referenced 2 songs, one by Mariah Carey and one by Tina Turner. So Vision of Love and What's Love Got to Do with It Anyways. As we know, those are always misdirections. And then episode 6, or episode 5, we didn't get too many clues, but we got, you think I'm a professional singer, but I've never taken a voice lesson in her life. She says her town bloomed from early on. There was a clock with 12 o'clock on it. Reading number is 524. She says she had the X Factor. There was a French flag, and then she had a price tag with number 13 tied to it. Then we saw her again on week 6, a.k.a. episode 7. Nala's back, by the way. She says, as a young bud, I couldn't have imagined that I'd ever be a competitor in something like this. Being on stage has always been my dream, girls. So kind of strange. She was shy about showing her talent. She's still an extrovert. Hey, Nala. And on my days off, she likes it when it's very quiet. We see a framed photo of what appears to be a Greek sculpture. She says, nothing makes me happier than kicking off my shoes and lying in rapture in my own secret garden. She says that when the spotlight calls, this shy petal knows how to bloom. And then her last clue we had is that nobody's going to kick her out of the competition. Boo, boo, I will survive. So, with that said, what are your guys' guesses? Everyone wants to say hi to you, by the way. You guys can guess if Nala says hi. Say hi, Nala. What? You trying to bite? Are you scared because of the voice I made earlier? Huh? Huh? Are you scared because of the voice? No? I'll put you down, okay? We're going to play audio now. So everyone's pretty much saying Patty. Patty, 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 Patty. Patty, 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 Patty. Hey, Beth from South Jersey. Camera Light says it's Beyonce. Geo for Jeff, I don't know how you pronounce it, says it's Danica Patrick, obviously the race car driver, so that's model. But let's get to the pitch correct audio. Here's the audio that we had from last week without the pitch correction.
As a young bud, I couldn't have imagined I'd ever be a competitor in something like this.
And here is the pitch correct audio. Once again, when it comes down to it, can't get the pitch correct audio perfect for the flower, which bothers me, but here we go.
As a young bud, I couldn't have imagined I'd ever be a competitor in something like this. Being on a stage was always my dream, girls. But I was shy about showing my talent. I'm still an introvert, and on my days off, I love when it's oh so quiet. Nothing makes me happier than kicking off my shoes and lying in rapture in my own secret garden.
Anyway, so I'm going to agree with you guys that it's got to be Patti LaBelle. Multiple reasons. For starters, the Temple University doctorate degree, I think I've talked about this to the point where you pretty much have it all memorized. I went to Temple University, and not to say that there are signs stating that Patti LaBelle has an honorary doctorate degree from there, but there are signs that say Patti LaBelle has a doctorate degree from Temple University. So that plus a cheesesteak were really dead giveaways. The baking thing, which is really funny because my work just put together a potluck dinner, and there were four different kinds of Patti LaBelle pies there, which really made me laugh. If you follow me on Instagram at Joey Cantino, I post everything like this on there. So if you haven't done so yet, please follow me on there. But yeah, it looks like you guys are all pretty much saying it. Flamingo, so Patty, obviously we saw a French flag. Lady Marmalade is obviously her biggest song. Someone says Gloria Gaynor is the flower. Not too many clues match up to her, especially with Philadelphia. But Sabrina says that the Secret Garden is like the Philly Flower Show. That'd be interesting. But anyway, let's go ahead and just say if you've heard the flowers sing those notes, come on. How many people in the world can sing those notes, right? Patti LaBelle, man, that's her. It's got to be her. So let's continue through here because we have 40 minutes left, or not 40 minutes, 20 minutes left. Ladybug was revealed last week. Even though these people have been revealed, I still keep the notes on them. I still have all my notes from last year, too, just because they're good references to have. And I feel like the Masked Singer is not going to get old. I feel like we'll probably get to like season 6. And just like someone else mentioned in the comment section before, I'm kind of happy there's no live voting, because if you're watching Dancing with the Stars, which the executive producers are exactly the same, Dancing with the Stars this past week was like a murder, because I'm not going to ruin it for you, but certain people should have left and certain people stayed. It became like a popularity contest. It got really annoying. Anyway, next is the Rottweiler. The Rottweiler is somebody that we actually went through every single clue and pitch correct stuff and revealed on this YouTube channel. You can go through our other videos and check them out, but here are the clues. He says, I'm here to be best in show. I'm going to be working my tail off to earn your puppy love. He says, roses are blue, violets are red, but do you have a clue who's behind this doggy head? Do you realize how hard it is to say roses are blue, violets are red? I keep saying it, roses are red, because that's the real rhyme. But it's a clue. Episode 1, he mentions a pigskin under the Friday Night Lights. He's a fantasy football ring. There's an insert of blue roses. He says he chose a Rottweiler because he's bitten by one. We saw him again in episode 5, so it was a big jump. There's a first place ribbon. He says he's capable of succeeding on his own, and he wants it that way. Yeah, sitting in a dog bed near other dog beds with the words Carolina, Kale, and Little Pete. The Rottweiler draws a picture of himself as an angel. He says, you can say it all started thanks to my musical theater and makeup. He says, I plan to be here till the end, or at least till the run loves out. From episode 7, aka last week, says, hearing all the love these past weeks made me really feel grateful. He was wearing a Rolex, which doesn't really mean anything. He says, the story of my life didn't always look this way. Says, I didn't take the conventional route to stardom, as we see him trying to sell a vacuum cleaner and clean a house. He held up a mini flag, which was from the state of North Carolina. He says he wouldn't change having gone through hard times early in life because it led him to every real opportunity he had on and off the screen, which we saw him walk past a crime scene. The chalk outline of the body, what looks like to be a wrestling belt, says champion or champ. Then his revealing item was a cartoon illustration of Triumph, the insult comic dog, because he was a guest on the show that week. So who are your guys' guesses? It looks like every single person is saying Chris Daughtry. Wow, not one person is disagreeing. Yeah, I'm 125% Chris Daughtry. Matthew, how do you even say that? Extension? Or is that just extension? Oh, Will says Kevin Jonas. That would be interesting. Someone from Backstreet Boys. Carla thinks it's Scott Porter. Well, let's listen to the pitch correct audio. Okay, here is the voice they gave us without pitch correct.
When I started this competition, I never would have imagined I'd make it this far. Hearing all the love for these past few weeks has made me feel so grateful. Let me tell you, the story of my life didn't always look like this.
And here's the pitch correct audio.
When I started this competition, I never would have imagined I'd make it this far. Hearing all the love for these past few weeks has made me feel so grateful. Let me tell you, the story of my life didn't always look like this. I didn't take the conventional route to stardom. And while there were tough times, I wouldn't change a single moment.
Okay, I have to admit, I'm on point there when it comes to the audio. That sounds just like Chris Daughtry. Am I right? 100% Chris Daughtry. Does not sound like Kevin. But Sabrina says, geez, that audio correct took out his accent. Yeah. What would happen if the singer couldn't get the mask off when they're getting revealed? Well, for those who don't know, obviously you know these shows are filmed in front of a live studio audience. But when it comes time to take off the mask, what they do is this. They'll have Nick come over and they'll be like, oh, take the mask off. And they pretend to take the mask off. And then they kick out the entire audience, fill in the seats with people who actually work on the show, and then reveal who it is. Kind of crazy, right? Anyway. Sabrina says, do you have any reference interview? You had a few examples of T-Pain last year. I didn't actually do that for this part. I actually forgot to do that in all the videos. We'll do that from now on in the videos. That way you can actually hear it. But anyway, let's continue. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Give this video a thumbs up. We're trying our best here to hit 10,000 subscribers before next Thursday. And if I remember correctly, there's no show next week. Am I right? I don't think there's a show next week. Next on our list is Thingamajig. We got 15 minutes. We've got to really roll through the last three. Thingamajig says, I tower over the rest of the singers by my puzzling persona. He says, don't call me Chewbacca, though we do celebrate together. Episode 1, he says, I'm a gentle giant, the furry kind. He has a magic case and pulls handkerchiefs out of his briefcase. He says, I'm here because I love to sing, though you may not know that's not my thing. He talked about fashion, shoots, and dreams. Then we saw a cupcake with the number 4. Next, we saw in episode 4, singing has always been actually my first love. A security guard holds up 3 children's dolls, including a mermaid. He says, my parents taught me not to run with the bulls. He makes references to doing magic. While there's also American flag in the background. He says, with this song, I want to show the world that I'm as warm and fuzzy as I am on the inside as I am on the outside. He says, my darkest moments when he went to rehab. Then we saw him again, episode 6, week 5. He says, I'm used to my voice winning over the ladies. He says, this is how we do it, which could be, this is how we do it. He reveals a dinner table full with a la The Last Supper, covered in dress shoes, bow ties, and bowls of gummy worms, which, remember, he did like dip like a shoe in like caramel, which is weird. He says, I ain't too proud to beg. Then the last thing we learned is that his revealing item was an American Sign Language book, and he says, this book taught me how to communicate with others, which is the most important thingamajig. So, while we listen to pitch correct audio, you guys have to guess, and please write phonetically how to pronounce his last name. So here we go. Here's the pitch correct. Well, here's without pitch correct.
Last performance, I let my guard down and sang from the heart. But let's be real, I'm used to my voice winning over the ladies.
Here's the pitch correct audio.
Last performance, I let my guard down and sang from the heart. But let's be real, I'm used to my voice winning over the ladies. What's up, Nicole? After I put on a good show, I always like to break bread with the homies. And this is how we do it. Feel free to snoop into my life.
So it looks like majority of you guys are saying it is, and Matt, thank you, I appreciate it. Victor Oladipo. Oladipo. Victor Oladipo. Pray to God I'm saying that right. Those who don't know, he's obviously started off on the Magic with number 4. He never wanted to play for the Bulls. There's always been a rivalry there. The sign language refers to his sister being deaf, and so he had to learn sign language to communicate with her. Sorry. So to me, all those clues kind of Oladipo. Oladipo. Depot. Oh God, I'm never going to pronounce this right. Also, May 4th is his birthday, which is same thing as Chewbacca. May the 4th be with you. Oladipo. Oladipo. Depot. God, if someone's joining in right now. Depot. Oladipo. If you guys are just joining right now, you probably think I am the strangest person whatsoever. But oh, you guys are so much fun. I really enjoy doing this with you guys. So if you're just joining us, we already did the flower, already did the fox. We did the majority of everyone already. Next on our list is the tree. Look, we're going to talk about this until my face turns blue. A tree is a tree, but as soon as you put ornaments on it, it's a Christmas tree. It's a Christmas tree, okay? We're going to say that right now. I know. All right, so from the sneak peek, the tree talks about all her delicious performances. The tree's costume was designed from a 1950s vintage pinup queen. She says the security guards in a show make her feel like precious cargo. From episode 1, she talked about how she's only loved or wanted during Christmas time. She says she loves getting dolled up. We saw a public storage locker with the number 30. She said that she's been in exile, talks about baking and cooking. We see a lot of pots and pans. Next, we saw her again, episode 5. She says, I'm not a regular tree. I'm a cool tree. Or, as I like to say it, I'm not a regular tree. I'm a cool tree. One thing you will never hear me say is I'm cool. Anyway, explaining her family tree, she says that her dad is the tinsel and her mom's the pom pom. Mix them together and they have a holiday rom com. Then we see her playing the piano. She says growing up, her parents always told her to be true to herself, and that she's always been their favorite elf. She says they never made her feel like she was left home alone. And then there's a random shot of the White House, and she's trying to be as colorful as fruitcake. Then we start again, episode 7. She says the hardest part of this whole thing is learning to stand on her own 2 purple stumps. We see a theater playbill with 3 pennies and the word blank. She says, let me tell you, I work really well with others. Then she kissed a cartoon face glued to a tree. Don't understand that. She says, when I put the mask on, it was like I've been beamed up to another dimension. So obviously someone who works in sci-fi. She says, I'm alone, like the new girl at school. She says, tonight, it's all about showing the judges and myself there's no more excuses. And her reviewing clue was the soup. Now, I believe we revealed the tree on this YouTube channel already. So you can go through all the clues and all the pitch correct audio through there. I know we're running out of time. Obviously, the show doesn't start for another hour, but we have an hour because I got to get started on work. But your guys' guesses are Sophia Carson, Trisha E. Yearwood, Anna. Yeah. Careful. Be careful, Joey. Something going to happen in 2020. What's going to happen in 2020, Sunlight? Don't say that. That's scary. Some are saying Amy Poehler, Aisha Tyler. So you guys see there's a lot of different guesses here. Let's listen to the pitch correct audio, okay? Here we are with week 7. Here is the pitch correct audio. Here's the audio without the pitch correct.
Getting this far against so many great singers has been one of the most gratifying experiences I've ever had.
Okay, and here's the pitch correct audio.
Getting this far against so many great singers has been one of the most gratifying experiences I've ever had.
It's a little slower than I like it, but just going through your comments real quick. Sunlight, you're terrifying me with what you're saying. Watch it in YouTube. If you could tell me what the heck is going on in 2020, I would like to know. The camera light says that Nala is going to become the leopard. That's funny. Okay. Lucy Armes. I mean, it looks like majority of guys are like kind of split down the middle. But I think it's Anna. I mean, the soup clue refers to her getting her start on Seinfeld with the soup Nazi. Let me go back to my clue list here. So I go through some of these with you guys. All right. For the biggest clue for me, they showed a picture of the Chicago flag in a playbill. Well, she was at the 3 Pennies Theater where she performed on their Broadway, which I think over there was Wicked. So I feel like that kind of went together. Obviously, Delicious Dish was her biggest thing on SNL. Sweaty Balls with Alec Baldwin are big hints. Watch it about Copa. Sunlight, I see what you're saying. Copa. She's talking about something that's trending on YouTube right now, a Copa thing. Or it's about the children's online privacy protection. Oh, God, I don't know anything about this. Well, here, do me a big favor. Either Lauren or Sunlight, shoot me a message on Instagram with that information. I do want to read about it. Anyway, Orlina says Sophia Carson's been in movies and she sang a Christmas song, and I think she's got something to do with pastries. Tree weakest link. We'll go down tonight. Yeah, so I think we revealed. I think we were already revealed who the tree is on this channel. So you can go through the YouTube channel and go through all the clues we have on there. We're running out of time, not to the show, but I always like to be done in an hour. Let me see who we actually have left. Who are we missing, everyone? I think we got everyone, didn't we? The flower, the fox, the Rottweiler, the tree, the Thingamajig. Of course, the penguin is gone. Leopard, the ladybug's gone. Wow, we actually did everyone. And the butterfly. All right, so then that means we got 6 minutes. 6 minutes or so. We'll do another 10 minutes. Let me go through everyone. Hi, Sierra. Hi, how are you? Sunlight, I would definitely check it out. Marcy said that Anna also did. By the way, it's not Anna, it's Anna. I learned that her name is not Anna, it's Anna, which is interesting. But she is from Washington, D.C., which is why you saw the whole White House thing. But while Sunlight, I believe you. Believe in me, I believe you. But while we have another 10 minutes with each other, first let me say again, thank you guys so much for your support every single week. I know there's like 5 different Facebook groups that we post these things in, and we do a lot of different videos on this channel. So if you really haven't done so yet, please subscribe. There's 100 of you guys, 108 on you right now. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel and hit the notification bell. Please, 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 please. I'd really do appreciate it. And if you haven't done so yet, like this video. There's 170 of you now. There's 41 likes. Analytically live, the more likes are the better. So when I post a new video, if you can like them and share them or comment them, it will definitely help out. But yeah, so you guys are still talking about Anna. Thank you, Aunt Peggy. I really do appreciate your support. Aunt Peggy just donated another $5. I really do appreciate you guys are seriously the best. But anyway, I just want to shout out, if you guys have any questions, we'll give you guys like 10 minutes right now. You can ask me some questions in the comment section. I'll answer anything except for pretty much where I work. I can't release that information. But I'll be glad to answer any of your questions. And if you asked me any questions, I didn't see it because the chat goes by so quickly, you can follow me on Instagram. I'm at Joey Contino. I'm always glad to talk to you guys. I mean, I work nights, so for most time, I'll be glad to go ahead and answer your questions on there. Sunlight says, can you show me your cat again? I will be glad to. I don't see her right now. As soon as she comes back in the room, I'll go ahead and grab her. But you can follow me on Instagram. It will probably answer a lot of questions about me. But Joey Continue on Instagram if you have any questions. So you can also ask me questions right now. All right, let's go through here real quick. Barbara says, Resort TV 1 channel did a good video explaining COPA. COPA is the children's. Brad says you're not on Facebook. I am on Facebook, but I run a lot of different things for a small town I live in, where I'm from, on Facebook. So I really don't like to spend too much time on there. So I'm mostly more on the Instagram stuff. Here we go. Going through your questions. Lana wants to know what I'm doing for Thanksgiving. I'm 98% Italian. We have this massive, like 60-person Italian family Thanksgiving we go to, where it's like literally like a 20-foot long table with like catered food. I mean, it's not real catered food. It's food we all make, but we have to make so much of it because we're so big. So I'll be in PA. I'll be in Media PA, actually. Let's see. We're going through. Sorry, chat keeps updating. Who do I think will be getting unmasked tonight? I think maybe the Rottweiler. Just a guess. But we don't know. We'll find out in an hour and, 3 minutes? Elizabeth said, do you know how many people in the audience vote? No one in the audience votes, believe it or not. They don't have any say in it whatsoever. They're just there to watch the performances and go through the clues. So no one votes there. Heather thinks the tree's going home tonight. Same with Sierra. Sunlight says, do you need water? Yeah, my voice is kind of shot today. I've been talking, besides doing this for now an hour, I also do a lot of voicing. And just when you talk a lot, your voice just gets shot. Especially where I work, you use your voice. Let's clear it up for a second. You use your voice a lot. And today I was singing a lot too. All right. Say if you think Leopard is... Whitney wants me to think, do I think it's RuPaul or Seal as the Leopard? I think it's Seal. The tree is not on tonight. That's true. Aunt Peggy wants to know, what kind of cat do I have? So everyone thinks she's a Russian blue, but she's not. She is some kind of really rare cat. I forget what the heck they're called. I think it's like something French. I don't know. My wife can tell you. something French. I don't really remember the exact name on it. I think it's like Chadarks or something French. Oh, my wife can speak French. My wife can speak 7 different languages, so I got nothing on her. Marbell says, is that fake the voting they show? I don't know. It's weird. As far as I know, the voting really doesn't mean anything because the producers want the best show possible. Sabrina says butterscotch coats the throat. It does, but as singers and things like that, we actually were told never to have anything with sugar in it, anything creamy, because that always messes up the vocal cords more. Leanne wants to know, do I ever get the Bucks County? I used to perform at the Bucks County Playhouse. Still going through. I don't think Pink is on this show. Rose wants to know, when did you adopt Nala? Nala is only a year and a half old. We adopted her at 6 months. Someone wants to know, am I old or am I young? That's a great question. Lauren says, are you going to do any Christmas vlogs? I always do Christmas vlogs. There's plenty of them on my YouTube channel right now. Kristen says, I hope you have a nice weekend. I hope you do too. Darren, you're right. I'm pretty sure they rigged the vote. It's just the fact that they want the best contest and the best ratings, so they're going to do what they can. Orlina wants to know, what's your favorite performance so far? Mine is Excuses by the Tree. That would be a good one. I mean, I'm a big Patti LaBelle fan, so pretty much anything Patti LaBelle does. A little bit of everything says Pink was literally on tour for the last 2 years. She wouldn't have had the time to do it. Yeah. But thank you, Sunlight. She says I look kind of young. I appreciate it. Thank you, Debbie. I do appreciate it. And Tevin, you're right. Charlax, I can't say it. Sabrina, you're right. The one in New Hope. Oh, thank you, Kristen. I really appreciate it. Sorry, I'm going through the clues. So I mean, not the clues, the questions quickly. Okay, give me 1 second. Write more question. All right. Please move your glass to the left or turn the frame over. This grandma is being protective. Thank you, Doris. I appreciate it. By the way, it's me and my wife. If you go on our YouTube, if you go on my Instagram, you'll see it. Actually, that's how I started this YouTube channel. For those who don't know, this YouTube channel used to be called Love to Travel because my wife is not from the States, so we travel the world, which is why when we started this YouTube channel off, not the YouTube channel, the season off, we were in Italy and in Ukraine. But write your questions here. I'm gonna run and find Nala. Hey Nala, they want to see you. Where you at, kid? Come here. Sweetie, are you on my chair? Oh. You were all the way over there? You were under me? Oh, you goofball. You little goofball. She was hiding under my chair, everyone. I didn't even see her. Say hi, Nala. You want to say hi to everyone? Please subscribe, everyone. Want to meow? No? She doesn't look happy. Want to be happy? You get fed in about 25 minutes. What? You don't want to talk anymore? No more talking? No more talking? Tell everyone. Who woke me up this morning by licking my face? Huh? Was it you? Did you wake me up by licking my face? Yeah, she did. Goofball. Let me put you down. Say hi. Hi. Look at my collar. It's cute. Hi. She looks really angry right now. She really wants to be fed. Now you meow. All right, so let me go back to your questions. Okay. Okay, so my favorite singer on the show so far, probably Thingamajig. Victor really is talented. I didn't realize how talented he was. Hey, you doing? How are you? Good to see you in the channel. What unmasked singer was the most surprising? Probably Dr. Drew, because I didn't know Dr. Drew could sing. I mean, I met Dr. Drew one time. He came to where I work and didn't know that he sang. I'm just talking to him. A lot of people you can tell would be good singers if they modulate their voice a lot. Not to say I'm a good singer, but you can hear my voice. I go like up and down the scale just because it's just the way I was taught. I originally started singing when I was 4 years old, singing literally in barbershops. Victor does have 3 albums out and has a really good voice. Dr. Drew, I think, yes. Dr. Drew was definitely my biggest surprise so far. Now, for those who are joining the YouTube channel, we've actually been on air for an hour and 5 minutes now. We already went through all the clues and pretty much our guesses and pitch correct audio for all the celebrities that we think are on the show. Obviously, we still have another 55 minutes until the show airs. So right now, we're pretty much, you guys are asking me questions and we're going to answer them together. Could be anything about the show. Could be me personally. If you haven't done so yet, maybe this is the first time you're on this channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell and give this video a thumbs up. So right now we're going through here. Charla says, Victor performs at the Pacer games at halftime from time to time in Indiana, which is kind of cool. I mean, it'd be kind of nice that if he were to retire, he can go into this musical career. But like my question is, would he go more towards R&B and blues, or would he rather go pop? I mean, I can't imagine him going into, I mean, his audience is not young. It's an older audience. It'd be more like a Hot AC, which is a mix of like top 40 and like the golden hits sort of stuff, like Maroon 5 kind of music, where like your mom can listen to it and you can listen to it and you both like it. So I can hear more like in New York City, more on like a KTU kind of channel. Ada says, who's a Christmas tree? Yes, thank you for calling Christmas tree. I said it's Anna. Orlena says, Joey, how many accents can you do? I could do a mess load of accents. I mean, I'm not going to do them for you. But I'm like 90-something% Italian. So I could do like broken Italian. I could do South Philly Italian. I could do Brooklyn Italian. I used to have a really bad South Jersey accent. And for those who live, who know South Jersey, or don't know South Jersey, we say things like how you would say sandwich. We say sandwich, or sure, like things like that, which is also kind of weird. But like right now, I live in New York City, but Long Island is right over here, and they kind of have that weird like the hot dog, like coffee. I don't know. It's kind of strange to me. But anyway, Sabrina says, KTU, leave a note for Greg to calm down. I would be glad to leave Greg a note, but I'm pretty sure Greg, first of all, you can't call him Greg. You call him T. If you see him in the hallway, you have to call him T. And Lauren says, who are your favorite actors and actresses? I mean, my favorite actor is probably George Clooney. Actresses, oh my God, there's so many talented actresses out there. God, who can I got so many of them. I don't think I could just name just one. Julia Roberts has always been one of my favorites. So she's probably my number one, right? But Emma Thompson's also amazing in everything she does. And Meryl Streep, forget about Meryl Streep. She pretty much takes the crown on everything. Anyway, yes, Sabrina has another one here. Another South Jersey accent. It's how do you say water or water? South Jersey says water. I want some water. Lauren says, who is the nicest celebrity I've ever met? Oh, that's hard. Oh, God. I've met so many. Probably Lady Gaga. I don't know. Maybe Lady Gaga or maybe Neo. I know I've met so many. Jason Derulo we hung out with a lot, too. I don't know. I've met so many of them. Rose says, have you done any acting? I did Broadway. I've done shows through college, and then after that, not too much. Oh, Sabrina, that's funny. Jelly Bean Junction, which, by the way, that's a cool name to say. Jelly Bean Junction says, the reason why you know the tree is a Christmas tree because it has tinsel on it. Yes, I agree. Robert Santino 04 says, who's your favorite singer and artist? If he was still alive, it would be Frank Sinatra, but Bublé would be my number one guy. Before then, Mel Torme, because the way that man can scat, he was the king of scat. and improv. But if you guys have questions about like anything else, you can shoot me a message on Instagram at Joey Contino. It's exactly spelled the same way this YouTube channel is. And we still have 100 people watching. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe. We're trying to hit 10,000 before Thanksgiving, or at least before December 1st. We're currently at 9,623, so we're not too far off. But I'm going to go ahead and go. If you haven't done so yet, once again, please like this video, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Nala, we're saying goodbye. Want to say goodbye? She's running away. But thank you guys for joining once again. Thank you again for your support, and I hope you have a fantastic night. And remember, I'll put up a brand new video tomorrow morning going through all the clues and the pitch correct for last night's, or I guess tonight's show. So I'll see you guys later. Have a fantastic night. You guys are fantastic. I'll see you later. Have a great night. Bye.